Hey everybody, welcome to Matt Breaks Wax. I've got something cool today. I'm going through all this stuff that I don't want to move to my new house in New York later this summer, and just trying to rip some stuff that we haven't seen on the channel, and this is one of them. So I picked this up as part of a Facebook Marketplace deal. It was not a full sealed box, it was just a partial box, but they are unopened packs. This is from Confex, back here. Confex is the company, from Shrewsbury, New Jersey. Fun stuff is the trademark, but this is the Baseball Enquirer. So if you're looking for this on Trading Card Database, I have the checklist pulled up like over here on another screen so I can kind of watch it. But it's just a super fun little set. It is under Confex, 1992 Confex, the Baseball Enquirer. So the whole premise behind this is that the card is a mystery interview and you're supposed to guess who the player is based on the questions that are on the back. They're cheeky, they're fun, they're like a little irreverent sometimes. There's some oddball kind of stuff in here, like the Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders are like two-way cards, so they're just showing them playing like all the sports. There are all the big names are in here, so I'm looking for Bo Jackson, Dave Justice, Cecil Fielder, John Smoltz, Will Clark. I mean, everybody's in here. Even like old school stars, legends, DiMaggio, Ralph Kiner, Barry Bonds is in here. Like, there's some funny ones. There's Unidentified Superstar, which is just a totally black front on the card. So as an interview, I'm not sure what that's about. Ozzie Smith is in here with I think a neck brace, maybe just kind of a joke of him like doing his backflips, and maybe he missed one. There's one that says Australian player. I'm not sure who that's poking fun at. There's one that says umpire. And then the last one on the checklist is interesting. I want to see if I can find it in these packs, but it's John Goodman. So John Goodman played The Babe, which is a movie that came out in 1992. So they were, up to speed, culturally relevant with what was going on in pop culture, with The Babe being a popular movie that was out and John Goodman being the actor. So there's even a card for John Goodman. So I'm probably breaking this up into two parts. I think it's going to be a little much to get it all into one, but we'll see how quick it goes. I think I'm going to have to do like some back and forth with trying to guess who these players are. I might not know them all. I'm going to have to look at the checklist a little bit. But let's just get into one, see what they're about. There are 10 mystery interview cards per pack. We'll take our time with this and kind of play this out and see what these are all about. These are super fun. I'm excited. Hey, look at that. First card out the pack. Out of the box. First card out of the box is the John Goodman. So this is the John Goodman I was talking about. Who knew? So they have the interviews back here. You're supposed to guess who it is. I have to confess I haven't seen the movie yet. Perhaps for me and others who have yet to have the pleasure, could you tell us a little bit about it? Well, basically it's a portrayal of the old Bambino using today's movie-making magic to show his more human side. Today's movie-making being sex, vulgar language, and vividly graphic tasteless behavior. But employed with relevancy and not for its own sake. A candid retouched portrait of the immortal Babe and his insatiable appetite for life's earthly pleasures. We also thought we'd try to grab some of the bucks people are spending to see goofy baseball films. So 92, like early 90s, there was a ton of them out there. So yeah, it's kind of funny. A little tongue-in-cheek there. It's not just a rehash of the old story. You're bringing something new to the screen, aren't you? A new twist, a surprise ending. Oh yes, a new twist, a different perspective. And as far as the end goes, we'll just say it's not over until the fat lady sings. Oh, is she in the picture too? I don't know what that's in reference to. But maybe Roseanne? So I don't know if they're referencing Roseanne. Probably. That's a funny little poke there. We found it. First card. All right. So yeah, like these cards, like we're supposed to guess who this is. Might break this into 3 parts. These take a little while. No combing, no dandruff. Yeah, I mean, like I don't know who all of these are, so let me zoom in on my checklist because I have like it's on a very small like screen, or not a small screen, but it's zoomed way out. So I'm trying to kind of see who these people are. All right, this one. Weird. I'm not even seeing it. Is that possible? This is card number 33. Oh yeah, it's there. Never mind. All right. Hey, this is actually kind of funny. All right, so before we start, I whacked the camera. That's bad. Thank you to you and agent for being offering us this interview opportunity. Now then, how about sharing some of your fondest recollections of a truly great baseball career? Hair in a can. All right, so you can read here is like, I don't know if this was a thing he was doing back then, but this is Johnny Bench. Number 33 is Johnny Bench. So how about talking about some of those cherished friends you made, teammates who I cherish them. You said it. And talking about friends, your friends will be amazed at how great you look after just one application of hair in a can. The big game. Tell us about no combing, no dandruff, no painful hair implants, hair in a can. So I are you quite finished? It's up to you. I can talk baseball all night. Yeah, that's wild. Like, I don't know if that was something he was doing back then, if Johnny Bench was selling hair in a can, but that's, the comedy we're looking at in these cards. So we think this one's probably George Brett. Right, more home runs, more home runs. This one here is number 41. So obviously with the glasses, we can guess who that is, right? Chris Sabo. So yeah, these are kind of comical. Here's that's the one we're looking for. There we go. Junior's good. I'm actually sleeving these up because people do like the oddballs of like Ken Griffey Jr. and Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. This one, Party Time with Alka-Seltzer for 49. So this one's David Cohn. So talking about his nightlife and wild partying. I don't know if that was something David Cohn was known for. I was a kid, so I didn't know like all the behind the scenes baseball stuff in '92. So congratulations, that's good to hear. When did the old you decide this? This morning. I looked at myself in the mirror and said goodbye to the party animal and hello to a new sensible guy. That's kind of funny. There's Smoltz. Yes, I can. Talking about sports psychologist. I do remember those conversations. Hey, there's Bo Jackson. Absolutely fun card there. He's got all the sports. We're sleeving up the Bo. So, man, one pack in, and we've already found like everybody we wanted to find. Oh, look, there's Ozzy. Ouch. How long will you have to wear the cervical collar and back brace? It's a day-to-day situation. Once you're back on your feet again, will you be attempting any more of your famous flips to the fans? No. The last few times I tried flipping, I felt faint and feeble and failed. This old body isn't getting any younger, and to make matters worse, I've developed a fear of flopping. A fear of flopping? Uh-oh, sounds like you should forget about flipping for the foreseeable future. Yes, I figure it would be foolish and futile for me to force myself to flip from now on. So your fun flipping for the fans is finally over? Forever, I fear. A lot of alliteration there. That is comical. And it looks like we've got number 37. Is that Dykstra? Yeah, Lenny Dykstra. Very nice. I might break this up into 3 parts because these take a little while to kind of read through. I'm wondering if I can get the whole set with what I have here. That'd be nice. This should be Dave Henderson, probably. 21. Or Dave Stewart, not Dave Henderson. Dave Stewart. Is this 13 was Mackey? No, Greg Jeffries. Let's read Greg Jeffries. About the open letter you wrote last year to the fans and your teammates. I don't know if you actually did that. Thinking about how the issues that prompted it, do you see how using that means to express yourselves was probably excessive, unwarranted, and the product of an unbridled emotional state? Not at all. Since then, many of my fellow players have written back to let me know how much they like me now and how sorry they are if they cause me any unhappiness. Is that a thing? I'm going to pause and look that up. Was that something he actually did? Well. Came back. It is actually something he did. That is fun. I did not know this. I was not a Mets fan. Obviously, I wasn't reading a newspaper in '92. I was like, a kid. But this is crazy. He actually wrote an open letter to the fans who were all disappointed about his performance. Team. I mean, there was so much hype around Greg Jeffries. Like, he was supposed to be, as good as Griffey Jr., and he just never panned out. That is wild. That's so fun that they're just poking fun at that. 45. This looks like Wade Boggs. Maybe I'll edit that out. Got a little cough. Yeah, Wade Boggs. get a haircut. 53 is Danny Gladden on the Twins. I was like, I know it's not a Yankees because the Yankees don't allow the long hair back in the day. There's David Justice. That's one that I wanted. This one, is this 61? I don't think that would be. It's Albert Bell. I was like, I don't think it's Frank Thomas yet because he wasn't really maybe big enough by then to be in this kind of thing. Albert Bell. I don't know why he's laughing. Let me read this. All right, however obnoxious they may become, I'm sure you've come to see that firing baseballs at the fans is a mark of emotional and intellectual immaturity. Ah, yes. How I so very much regret what I did, but on the positive side, it taught me a priceless lesson about self-control and tolerance. It's just hilarious for Albert Bell. Shortly after the incident, in spite of how really well you were hitting at the time, the manager sent you down to the minors as punishment for not hustling. Subsequently, without your bat in the lineup, the team's run production dropped pitifully. Although a bitter pill, I'm sure you've come to see that disciplinary action is another valuable lesson learned. Yes, indeed. Having learned that valuable lesson, you're brought back up and the team immediately begins winning again. What a wonderful year of maturation. Do you see how growing as a person goes hand in hand with growing as a ball player? I do. This is just, wow. So sarcastic and hilarious. Oh, wow. This looks like it could be an Oriole. Is this Jim Palmer? Yeah, I think it is. You surprised us last year with your comeback attempt. Will you be making another one this season? No, I've taken the uniform off for good. Now I'll be putting all my efforts into the color commentary work and selling underwear. So while we continue seeing nearly all of you in magazine ads, we won't see any more of you on the mound. Nope, not even briefly. All right, thanks for your time. Nice shorts. Thanks. All right, my dog wants to go. Sorry, crazy dog. All right, 28. Bill Buckner. They start off with a World Series question. I'm sure you're tired of talking about it, but tell me, with the passing of time, has the unfortunate series incident become easier to live with? What incident? That's funny. It's another Philly? Or another Red. Lou Piniella for the Reds. All right, and then last one. Is this going to be like maybe Gary Carter? I don't know. Who's 20? Oh, no, Mackie Sasser for the Mets. All right. Let's open one more of these, maybe two more of these. Is that Dykstra again? I think we had that. There's Stewart again, Boggs, lots of repeats. We've seen all of these, same exact pack. Bummer. All right, well, that was easy. Hopefully we don't have that again. There's Mackie Sasser again. All right. That's some new blood here. Number 52, Phil Rizzuto. Very nice. It says WWF. Is this going to be Ventura? No, Herbeck. Why does it say WWF? There's a wrestling incident. Uh-oh. I need to pause and look into this because I don't know anything about Kent Herbeck and the wrestling incident. All right, so I guess what this is referring to is in the 91 World Series, Herbeck lifted Ron Gant off the bag at first, and they called it a wrestling move, and he apparently got an offer from WWF or something to be a professional wrestler after that. So that's why I like this, because I can learn something I didn't know as a kid back in 92. So this is 60. Is that probably Dale Murphy? Yeah. You've been labeled the straightest guy in baseball. Are you aware of that? Oh, sure, I know. They say I'm so straight-laced, I'm sickening. What's the world coming to? A fella chooses to lead a clean, moral life, and they call him sickening. Is there ever a time you did smoke, drink, or maybe womanize? Oh, golly, no. How about chew, spit, swear, gamble, steal, lie, or cheat, or belch? Gee whiz, never. What about pick your nose, break away? If you've ever seen Dale Murphy do an interview, even today, like with the Hall of Fame stuff that came back around, yeah, he's just a super straight-laced guy. Oh, look at that. Baltimore fans know what that is. That is the play on the FF error from Billy Ripken. Hey, come on, that was hot stuff a couple years ago. Give us a break, will ya? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. Oh, yeah, sure, okay. Play dumb, but I'm telling you, the card collectors won't buy this a second time around. If you insist on holding that particular bat in that picture, we'll have to have the printer blacken it. Oh, come on, absolutely. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. Poking fun. Oh, I don't like that sleeve. It's too big. My normal sleeves. Here we go. Poking fun at the Bill Ripken FF error card. That is classic. Is this Randy Johnson, probably? Yep, 6'10", tallest pitcher in the majors, Randy Johnson. Ha! Look at that! You got to know what that is. They were poking fun at all these movies, the baseball movies. So this one is actually George Steinbrenner, but he's like in the cornfield. I don't know if this is from Field of Dreams, like poking fun at that. Shoeless Joe, is it really you? Can it be? What a movie dream that's actually come true. You built it, so I came. Incredible. Now that you came, can we get you to come a little bit closer? Your voice is a bit muffled. Your face is almost totally hidden by corn stalks. How's this? Hey, wait a minute. You're not. Would you believe Jolt and Joe about band lingo among? I don't know. Bye, George. There's just no way to keep you out of baseball, is there? Shh, this place has ears. That's George Steinbrenner. That's funny. There's Barry Bonds. I'm not really sure what they're making fun of there with the earring and the little bow. Wearing an earring has become rather commonplace among ball players. As one of those who wear one, perhaps you could tell me the reason behind it. We are secure in our masculinity, not afraid of doing something considered most traditionally feminine. You should wear 2 earrings. It would indicate that he feels. Should a player wear 2 earrings? He feels that it would indicate that he feels doubly secure. I believe so. Yes, and 2 earrings, some eyeshadow, a little mascara, lip gloss, and a dress. I suppose this would signify that the player felt absolutely, invincibly certain about his manhood. I guess so. I see. Thank you. Oh my goodness, this is wild. These guys are kind of out of pocket. Ralph Kiner. All right, this has got a bat up on the helmet. So the 46 is Andre Dawson. Heaving armfuls of bats onto the field was certainly a dramatic way of expressing your anger with the ump. Thank you. Are you still doing this when they get you mad? No, and I won't be doing it anymore. I can't stand the threats and the tears and all that begging for me to stop. By the umps? No, by the bat boy. Oh, goodness. Out of pocket. All right, one more pack here. Actually, we're 20 minutes in. I'm going to break this up. Be sure to like and subscribe on the way out. I'm going to do like a part 2, maybe a part 3, because I've got plenty of these packs left. If you like this, give me a follow. Have a good one.